You have unread texts from Golf Buds. Would you like me to read them?
Yes.
Okay. Johnny says, what are the nicotine pouches you had on the course? Walker says, 8 milligram on nicotine pouches. Billy says, I love the mint one.
I like that one.
Walker says, me too. By the way, you both stink at golf. LOLOL.
Come on. Carry on nicotine pouches. Shop now at onnicotine.com/group text. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Now, White Pine County Daily News with Wyatt Cox.
News brought to you by Sahara Motors, proud sponsor of the upcoming Win-A-Ram promotion this 4th of July. Stop by Sahara Motors for your chance to win a Dodge Ram Tough truck. Full details available at Sahara Motors. Tell them we sent you by for your best deal on some 4x4s they got. Good riding this summer at Sahara Motors. We want to remind you, Thursday, Juneteenth, federal holiday, marking the end of slavery in the U.S. All federal, state, local governmental offices shut, post office shut, banks closed, landfill closed. Plan ahead. City of Ely looking for a good man or woman to serve on the Ely City Council to fill the unexpired term of former councilperson Samantha Elliott. Candidate must be a qualified voter and reside in the City of Ely. You'll need to put your name in the hat quickly, though. Contact the mayor, a councilperson, or City Hall today. Your name needs to be on the agenda before it goes out on Friday. One man is dead, 2 others seriously injured after a head-on crash Saturday night near the Hot Holes on Bullion Road in Elko. Police say a Chevy Silverado speeding failed to make a turn, crossed the center line, slammed into a Chevy Colorado. The Elko Fire Department had to extricate all 3 occupants. Driver of the Colorado, Erasmus Munoz Haro, pronounced dead at the hospital. The other 2 flown out for treatment. Alcohol, speed, suspected factors. Elko police urge drivers to slow down and do not drive impaired. Plumbing issues repaired over at the White Pine Aquatics Center. They will be open today with regular hours. The McGill Warm Springs pool shut today, but they will be open again for the weekend. White Pine County Sheriff's Office recognizing dispatcher Felicia Haslam for completing the Nevada Post Basic Dispatch Training Program. The 120-hour course covered key areas, including 9/11 call handling, abductions, communication, liability law, and critical incident response. Officials say Haslam's dedication strengthens emergency services and benefits the entire community. The Sheriff's Office thanked her for her commitment to serving the people of White Pine County, as do we salute her. State of Nevada taking YouTube to court. Attorney General Aaron Ford filing a lawsuit against the platform and its parent company Google of designing features that are addictive and harmful to children. Suit claims YouTube promotes endless scrolling, constant notifications, and algorithm-driven content that negatively affects youth mental health. Ford says the goal is to hold tech giants accountable for exploiting kids. Google denying the allegations, saying it provides age-appropriate tools and strong parental controls. Parents need to get involved, you know. An unexpected ally in the fight to keep AM radio in the dashboard, Alex Gonzalez reports.
Nevada Congresswoman Susie Lee says AM radio is essential to keeping Nevadans informed, especially in emergency situations. That's why she's one of many supporting the bipartisan AM for Every Vehicle Act. Legislation, which is under consideration in Congress, would require all new cars to maintain AM radio technology, despite many having made the switch to now using satellite or internet services in their cars. Lee says while AM radio does have a sense of nostalgia associated with it, it's also about ensuring folks don't lose access to essential information, such as that provided through the National Public Warning System.
Plays such a vital role in our emergency infrastructure. And listen, that this country's moving towards digitalizing everything, but ultimately there are instances where cell coverage goes out, where things go out, and having AM radios in cars is incredibly important.
But opponents of the bill feel that mandating AM radio in all new cars without addressing the radio royalty issue for sound recordings is counterintuitive. Current U.S. copyright law does not provide artists with royalties when recordings are broadcast on AM and FM radio, as it does on digital streaming services. That is why calls are being made to also consider the American Music Fairness Act. Lee says AM radio is highly important to rural and agricultural communities that rely on the service for things such as weather updates and other necessary information. But Lee adds they aren't the only ones.
You know, we all know that cybersecurity is a key issue we're dealing with, especially in an urban center like Las Vegas, and making sure you have sort of that stalwart in cars that can be uninterrupted is really important.
Lee says it's not just about having what she calls outgoing sources of information, but also incoming information provided by folks about what's happening on the ground. She says that was true during the 2017 Route 91 Harvest Music Festival mass shooting, which left 60 people dead and many others wounded. For Nevada News Service, I'm Alex Gonzalez.
And if you want to see what AM radio can really do, go to SaveKELY.com. That's SaveKELY.com. Read about what happened in western North Carolina when there were no cell phones and no internet, and people had to rely on the radio. And that's what we do here, is try to keep you informed. At 8:18 for Sahara Motors, that's your first look at morning news from the state of Nevada.
You see lots of commercials on television telling you to drive a little and save a lot. Dealers wanting you to drive to Salt Lake, Elko, Reno, and even Las Vegas. But ask them one question. What happens if there's a problem? Do you have to drive 3, 4, or even 6 hours to get service? Here at Sahara Motors in Ely, we service everything we sell right here in White Pine County. Shop here first, get our best deal, and you get that best deal by telling Maggie or Shauna that Wyatt sent you by. Then if you want, shop other places. When you account for the drive, you'll find that it pays you to be a part of the Sahara Motors family. Stop by Sahara Motors, just about a mile north of Ely on US 93.
Or call 775-289-4473.
Sahara Motors, we are White Pine proud.